Good morning, folks. We're back out at Dad's, and today I'm gonna do a little recording and make a video on the old Dodge Brothers 1927 Dodge Brothers sedan again. We have actually already had it out and taken it for a little cruise. Kind of gave it a shakedown. Everything seems to be working. I'm going to check the oil, make sure the radiator is still full of water, go around. I finally got all the wheel lug clamps and stuff, so I'm just going to go around and check all them again because I had just put several of them on. We're just going to check things out, and then we're going to get this old girl outside and give it a washing, and we're putting this car back into service today. I'm going to take it home, and I'm going to start driving this when I have to run downtown to the grocery store or coming out here to Dad's on my days off, stuff like that. I'm going to start putting it back into service and driving it as a daily driver around town to start finding out the other things that we need to fix. I still want to paint the wheels. I don't like that bright white. We'll do that at some point this summer. There's still a lot of little odds and ends. I don't have headlights yet. I've got a turn signal that I'm going to add to it. I don't have that put on yet, but we're going to do that stuff. But I'm going to start cruising it around town. So first things first, it drips water. I think it's coming out of maybe out of the hose going into the water pump. Let's take a look quick. That might be something that we could just quickly and easily tighten up here. Well, that's dry right there. But maybe, I don't know, I don't really see any spot that looks like it's been leaking water, but it certainly is. Oh, no, I do too. I just saw it drip, and it's coming right out of the packing on the water pump. So maybe we can give that a little turn quick. I've never even tightened the packing on this water pump because we got it put it together, put water in it, and it worked and wasn't leaking much, so I really didn't worry about it. Once I get this car home, I'm going to grab a few tools from there and just put a toolkit in the back of it, adjustable wrench, the pliers, and a couple screwdrivers and stuff just to have with me. We'll go just a little bit there. I'm not going to get real carried away, but I can always adjust it a little bit more if it's still dripping at home. Alright, let's check and see if it needs any more water. I don't have antifreeze in there yet. Yeah, it's pretty full, but I'll put a splash in there. I'll try to fill it up to where it's just about up to the little overflow tube. There we go. These fine threads are hard to get started sometimes. Ooh, I need both hands. Okay, let's pop this side open, check the oil quick, and then we can get this thing outside. My fuel pump and regulator seems to be working. You just have to remember, if the engine dies, you got to get the key shut off right away because it eventually will overpressure the carburetor and start leaking out. The good thing is it's an updraft, so it doesn't really flood it too bad. You leave it set for a couple minutes and it's fine. I don't know if the camera can see that. The oil's crystal clear, but it's right on the full mark. I don't have to check any brake fluid, don't have to check any power steering fluid. There is a grease cup right here on the fan pulley, and it says in the reproduction owner's manual, not owner's manual, but shop manual that I got for this, that that is to be turned daily driving it. So we'll give it a little turn. Alright, I'm going to put the camera down and move the garden tractor that's behind this car, and we are going to get this thing fired up and rolled outside so we can give it a good washing quick.
Okay, back in our outside.
I remembered something else I need to do. Put a heavier spring on the throttle return so I don't have to kick the throttle thing down every time to get it to idle down. So we'll fix that before we get out of here too.
Alright.
Okay, we're gonna get this thing washed up. Leo, stay here. Get this thing all washed up. And then, like I said, I'm gonna drive this to pick Willis up from the school today. I'm pretty sure I'll be the coolest car in the school lineup today. I don't know how well you see it, but there's my throttle return spring, and it's only connected on one end, so maybe that's why it doesn't work great. Let's see if we got one that's in a little better shape. Let's see. Get the old spring first aid kit out here. See what we got in here. Like I've said several times, we don't throw anything away. Whenever we got an oddball spring off of something. And let's see here. That may work. Whenever we got an oddball spring off of something, it goes right in this old first aid kit box. And then when we need a spring for something, there's a good chance it might be in here. And this old one will go right back in there because we might cut it off and use that section on something else later in the future. So there we go. Throttle return works perfect. All right, I'm gonna close the hood up and we're gonna give this old girl a bath. folks, Dad followed me home and he had the camera with him getting some footage while we were driving the old girl home. Now I'm leaving home and heading over to the school to get the pickup line to pick up Willis. He'll be surprised when he comes out and sees me driving this to pick him up from school today. It's been running good. It doesn't get hot. Dad and I drove it last Saturday, probably almost 10 miles, just cruising around town, and it didn't overheat at all. Everything worked perfectly. After we get Willis from school, if he wants to ride with me, I'll take him with me, or if he doesn't want to, I'll drop him off at home, and then I need to run downtown to the parts store, stop at the grocery store, go to Casey's and put another 5 gallons of gas in this thing. So we're just gonna cruise it around town and run a few errands this afternoon. Well, I think I got the oldest car in the school pickup line today. Alright, now we just gotta wait. Willis will be surprised when he comes out and sees this. Line's moving finally. A Dodge Brothers, a 1927.
Wow, it's nice.
Thank you. Thank you. What?
Is this the new one that you got from work?
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect.
Thank you. You too.
Why did you leave this here?
Because I finally got it to where we can drive it around.
Oh, it's not bad.
No. It still needs a little work, but it's pretty good.
It was better than it was when we were working on it at Grandpa's.
Yep. Well, I got Willis from school. Now we're running over to my mom's house to drop off some eggs. And then we got a couple other stops we got to make. Run downtown. Got to go to the parts store. Probably should put some gas in this so I know for sure how much. Still getting used to shifting it. I'll get it to where I can hit all the gears without grinding at all. grandma's house.
Who's that?
Who's got a truck like that?
Wait, I was looking at the car in front of us. That's Grandpa.
Yeah.
What are the chances? Hey, Grandpa.
Well, we got eggs dropped off my mom now. We're heading back downtown. We got to run to the auto parts store. I got some, that was a cement mixer. We got some spark plug wires. I bought a set of spark plug wires because this has still got mismatched spark plug wires from different stuff that we just pieced together to put on it. And then I got to stop at the grocery store slash hardware store downtown. And down to Casey's, then down to the dollar store, then back home.
Yeah, look what that is.
Yeah.
I was laying on the ground and I was like, oh, I can't get comfortable. I put it right there and something, I don't know what, it just like hurt. It felt like a giant bruise on the and then I looked at it and now where it hurts, it's so bad. How come they just stopped like right there? That was a down, like that was going down. And here we are. Auto
Well, we're done running errands. Now we're going to get headed back home. big old snapping turtle here on the side of the road. I'm going to have Willis stick the camera out the window so you can see it as we creep by it here. Hopefully that little guy gets across the road. Alright, we're just about back home. We're about 2 blocks from our house now. When I was down at the dollar store downtown, I bought a couple of doormats that I'm going to use to make some floor mats in here. So when I get home, I'll trim those up a little bit and throw them in. So I got some kind of like floor mats in here for right now. Well, here's the old Dodge Brothers parked in the carport. This will be its home for the summer. This will be where I park it because I'll plan on pretty much daily driving this on my days off work. So all my running around town. It's awfully dark, but I got just some doormats from down at the dollar store. Little piece of carpet threw in there. I guess I could pop the back door open. I got a box of junk back here. But got one for the back floor too. That's good enough for right now. It'll get me through the summer. Maybe this winter I'll work on making some better floor mats and something that'll come clear up the firewall a ways in there, but that'll get me through the summer. So thanks for watching today's video. We appreciate each and every view. If you enjoy the content we're putting out, the best thing you can do to help support our channel is to just, oh, I know, just let those ads play when they come up. If you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button. It's free for you. It really does help us out. Give the video a like, leave a comment, and come on back next week. We'll have a video of something here for you to watch.